I want to talk about grieving old versions of myself, because that's where I'm at in life. Like, I have this drawing that I did that like best described it. I actually did it this morning, and I'll like insert a picture. Gotta find it. I love looking through my sketches or my illustrations. So I feel like I'm in between my versions, actually. Like, there's like this version, there's like a compilation of like all my versions, right? Which is probably just life, but I'm letting my inner child kind of be the guide at this point in life. But I feel like I'm currently in this space of, the deepest parts of me. Like, I'm uncovering these parts of me and I'm sharing them with the world, which I'm really, really excited about. But then there's also like my childhood trauma and what I've learned from my mother, right? The things I've learned from my mother are like, oh goodness, that nobody cares about how I feel. Like, my mom was a mom who just looked at me as a child, didn't really deal with me, didn't ask me how I was doing. There were just so many things. And the more that I reveal parts of myself through my writings, through my illustrations, through different mediums, the more you'll learn about who I am and what I've experienced and why I am the way I am today. But I also believe I live in the middle of like what I grew up believing was right and wrong, which includes like the way that we use social media and how I need to do this in order to be successful and how I need to focus on this in order to make money. And it's like some of those things that I learned growing up, it's like they don't align with who I am or who I want to be. Like, I want to make a life out of art, and to believe that is a true act of faith. And like, I've had a lot of people in my life that didn't believe that. Or to make a life out of art the way I want to, there are parts of myself that I have to reveal, right? That feels scary for others, for me to share. It's like my full self, who I am, the truth about who I am. There are some people in my life that have been scared for me to share those, right? Some family members. It's just deep. It's deep, but like, to be an artist and to really connect with people the way that I want to, I have to reveal things about myself. And I have to share the deepest parts of who I am. Like, I have this drawing that I want to share one day, but it talks about the layers of my heart. Like, and now that I'm experiencing the deepest layers of my heart, I want other people to experience them. That is how I want to connect with people. I don't want to connect with people on the surface anymore. So I feel like I'm in this space where I'm like grieving these old versions of myself. Like, I'm grieving the self that could relate to my family in different ways. I'm grieving the self that could relate to certain friends in my life. There's a lot of people that I'm grieving, and I'm also grieving the versions of me that could connect with them. Like, I have this other drawing that I want to share, where it's like, I am no longer connected to the versions of me that can relate to my family, and that hurts. Right? Like, there was a child version of me that could connect to my family. There was a version of me with red hair that could connect with my family. My version in Los Angeles could connect with my family. But moving here and really connecting with my inner child, because my inner child knows my family in a different way. And she's like, sis, I'm not comfortable. There's something going on. And I've had to face some things being here. But like, there are so many of these versions that I'm no longer connected to, and it makes me sad. And it's also creating this experience of loneliness, because it's like, who can I connect with now? And illustrating my feelings and writing out my feelings and writing about my experiences and what I'm thinking and how I think about life, and then sharing them, is really the only point of connection I have at this point. It's like, if I don't communicate the way that I know how, which is not even the way that I know how, the way that feels really good for me and comfortable for me and natural for me, if I don't do that, then I'm going to remain lonely, and I'm going to remain disconnected from people that I don't even know that I'm supposed to connect with, right? Like, I won't get to fully experience and share this new version with people if I don't get out of my head, get out of the things that I've learned growing up, and try something different. And this is different. I've been so afraid to like share my drawings or share my illustrations with people because they do feel childlike. And I'm like, oh my God, like I didn't color inside that line, or oh my God, the hair looks crazy. Oh my God, there's no faces. But this is art. This is my art. This is the way that I communicate. And if people want to get to know me, and if I want to share myself with people, this is what I want to share. This is what I want to share, and I want to be okay with that. You know, there are people that are no longer in my life, that I'm no longer connected to, whose voice would live in my head. Like, is that how you want to spend your time? Why are you doing it like that? Why'd you, like, their voice would live in my head. And I tell my therapist, like, man, I want to get their voice out of my head. And my therapist would be like, no. She would encourage me, listen to those voices, address them, figure out what they're trying to tell you about yourself and about how you feel right now. And I understand like where she's coming from. You know, there's something that these voices are triggering up. And so I'd have to address them, right? They were addressing those voices were insecurities, and they were the reasons why I didn't do certain things. And so, because I'd be afraid of what these voices, these people that the voices represent, what they would think about this. So even getting to this point where I'm sharing my drawings is crazy, or where I'm sharing my feelings like this with you is crazy to me, but I so deeply want to do it. And I'm thankful for my partner who has affirmed me in real life, and my friends who have affirmed me in real life, and my cousin who affirmed me in real life, who affirmed this version of me, because it helps me feel confident to put this version of me out in the world, right? Like to share this version, because what I know and what I feel is that being this person and sharing this version is more important than how this video looks, than how many videos I post, than what people think about me. Like I have felt desperate for connection, desperate for people to connect with the deepest parts of me. And it starts with sharing parts of me with people. The parts of me that I want people to know, I gotta share those with people. And in this day and age, this is one of the ways that we do it. It's on YouTube, it's on Reels, it's with people in real life, but also this is one of the ways we do it. So here I am, I'm wrapping this up. I hope to continue to show up here, because I really want to connect with people from the deepest parts of my heart. And like I said, the only way I know that I can do this is to first share. So thank you for listening. If you can relate, if you like this video, if you're connecting with what you're hearing here, if you're connecting with me, connecting with my art, let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe, rate, review, all those things. Do all those things. Just so that more people, I just have this desire to just connect. Just connect, keep connecting. I'm talking too much. Bye.